won Super Bowl 59.
Dude, it gave me goosebumps watching it.
Being pulled up to the stadium with the snow tires on, the tinted windows, many men came on, and it was just a murder.
This guy wins. Look at his record. Look at his stats. Thank God he's a Philadelphia Eagle.
You can mark this down. I think the Eagles are hosting the NFC Championship game.
I don't care how it looks at this point, as long as it's a win.
Vaughn came up with it.
Oh, Bond.
Yeah, that guy's playing at an all-pro level.
I mean, you could have heard that from a mile, dude. That stadium was loud.
Let's get scratching.
Lock in, Brews. It's another Speaking Birds. What is up, my Brews? My bird Brews. We are back. It's another Speaking Birds. I'm your boy Speaks, and I'm joined here with the boy John. What's going on, man?
What's going on? Super Bowl Sunday.
Well, let's get it out of the way. Who you got today?
Oh, I don't know, man. I could honestly don't care all that much, but I guess if I was choosing, maybe I'd like to see the Seahawks do it.
Me too. Yeah, I can't in good faith root for the Patriots. It seems too soon. Like, come on. You just had the dynasties. You had Tom Brady, and then 5 years removed, you're back. You can't win another Super Bowl. I mean, it's just too soon. Too soon. Plus, I love a nice defensive unit. So yeah, I'm gonna pull for the Seahawks today.
Agreed.
But yeah, I can't believe we're about to watch Sam Darnold compete in the Super Bowl.
You know what? Good for him. And that's another reason I'm picking the Seahawks. It's because out of that draft class, I don't think anybody has really done well besides, I believe, like Josh Allen, who hasn't really done anything either. But it's nice to see. It's nice to see some respect on Darnold's name. You know what I mean? And for that draft, I think Josh Rosen was in that draft class.
Josh Rosen,
all those big quarterbacks they picked early. So good for Darnold.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah, I'll be rooting for him. Sam Darnold kind of with last year and the Vikings. Is Sam Darnold good? Essentially, is my question, or is this like we're waiting for the bubble to pop on Sam Darnold? Like, is he just good, or what's going on?
You know what it is? I think all these quarterbacks get drafted in this first round early. None of them actually get sit behind an established quarterback. They just get thrown to the fire.
Right.
And then obviously, he was with the Jets, right?
Yeah, he was drafted by the Jets.
Yeah, they're just a fucking disaster. You know what I mean? So it's like, then he goes to kind of reestablish his career with the Vikings and gets a payday for Seattle. So,
man, they're probably sick watching him because it was like up for debate. Like, are you going to re-sign Darnold? Or are you moving on? McCarthy can't stay healthy, and now he's in a Super Bowl a year later, and they had him. They had him in the building. That's something that I think Howie sort of kind of nailed home. Is like, we don't want people to leave the building and be successful otherwise. At another team, which you're gonna watch Job play today, and you're gonna that's a guy that was in the building.
It wasn't really like, Sam Darnold played very well for the Vikings. It's not like it was like a mediocre season, you know what I mean? So I mean, that's definitely on their front office for fucking that up. So
yeah, well, we'll talk more Super Bowl, but touching base here, there's been some Eagles newsworthy things, and I want to get your opinion on just kind of everything that's gone on. We obviously have Stoutland leaving legendary Stoutland. What's your take on that, on this state of the offensive line?
So originally I'm like, this is a crime almost to let this guy get out of here.
Right.
Then you see a lot more of the stories come out where, Patullo and fucking Sirianni, or especially Patullo, is just putting in things and not, speaking with Stout at all, or trying to, come up with a game plan for the run. He's just putting in whatever the fuck he wants. So, then that
installing run scheme.
Yeah. Well, and then I'm, fucking pissed at Patullo and Sirianni. So it was just a disaster. And then you see, Stoutland just walk away because he's fed up, which I get. But at the same time, it's like, man, you're just quitting on everything you've done for the last, 13 years. So, but at the same time, it's like, if it was that fucking bad, you got to walk away, so.
Yeah. I'm kind of mixed. I mean, obviously my I think my take of what you mentioned, like walking away, I think my take is probably not going to go over too well amongst people because Philadelphia has this tendency to like immortalize folks, right? Like, you can't say anything wrong about Kelsey or how dare you or this and that. And I don't know. I kind of, yeah, like you're going to leave after 13 years. You're going to leave your unit, after the season they had. And, there's guys, you're not even going to bring, like, we need Lane's heir apparent. And we might need Dickerson's. We need to like draft replacements for these guys. And you're just going to up and leave. And I get it if you feel like you were treated a certain way, but then, yeah. Okay. So they're installing run schemes without going, but you're the run game coordinator. So how exactly are they doing that?
Yeah, like is it behind your back? You know what I mean? They're just
Yeah,
doing
like
it
you're
and
not,
saying
yeah, you're not,
anything. It's fucking insane.
but then it's like, well, why aren't you involved? It's like, well, what's going on? I mean, I'm not trying to question his, I don't know. I'm just, yeah, it's crazy. And then, yeah, so obviously now the light's on Sirianni. Like you're the CEO coach. You're that's what you bring to the table. You're a culture guy. And how's that look? Probably one of the best assistant coaches or position coaches in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can't keep that relationship. So what are you doing now?
I don't know how good the culture is at this fucking point. It sounds like this whole place is a goddamn disaster. So,
and then it's on, and then you kick it up the line. Now it's okay. If Sirianni's, doing this thing, then Howie, what are you doing? Like this is you are the general manager. It is your job to run this team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I kind of got an idea how he's doing. He just does the personnel, and obviously he is the GM. But like, the decisions have already been made. They, how Philadelphia always just rides with a guy. They don't fire usually anybody mid-season, which I understand. That's what they do. But when it's a disaster like that, and you find out these things that are coming out, and like, there's no way he doesn't know that, and he's not involved in that. So to not like come out and manage it, when it's obviously a disaster is, definitely a knock on Howie for me.
Oh, sheesh. All right. We'll circle back. We'll circle the wagon wheels back to that. But you had a brew that you wanted to review. Usually we do it up top, so we don't want to get too far away. Tell me a little bit about this brew you got.
All right, so this is my buddy. It's a home brew from a good buddy of mine that I fish with. He lives in Pine Grove. It's called Pine Grove, PA. Sorry, it's called Boyer's Rock Creek India Pale Ale, 6.5% ABV, 92 IBU, and then it's made with Zeus, Nugget, and Citra hops.
Ooh, that's gonna be a bitter one. I love that 92 IBU.
Yep, I'm gonna pop it open. Hopefully, it don't blow up in my face because nope, wasn't too bad.
So your buddy, he's got an operation at his house. Is he brewing a ton, or is it just kind of small batch?
It's small batch. I think it's maybe 20 gallons at a time. Man. So I had actually went over and helped him last weekend bottle his newest batch. This is the batch before that. I haven't tried the new batch yet because it's still conditioning.
Man, this is awesome. This is a brew that no one's probably, very little people have tasted. We get the exclusive on the Speaking Birds.
Yeah. We'll see. Here we go.
All right.
It's very good. It's almost like, to me, let me try again here.
Ooh, a double dip.
To me, it kind of tastes like an amber, is a little bit more than an IPA, but it's damn bitter. Good. It's smooth. It is bitter. Yeah, it is bitter.
I love that.
It's definitely amberish. Smooth.
Smooth operator.
Let me give it a 7.1.
Ooh, 7.1. Okay. What's holding it back from maybe top 7? Just 7 or 8.
Well, I just want to keep it. because it's only going to get better. He just started. This is his first batch that he had done it for years and then he quit and then he moved into a bigger house recently.
Nice.
I just want to set the stage, kind of
Yeah. You can't be
mid
throwing out
range
knives.
because, until it gets better, So we'll see.
Right.
I'm at
You gotta
7-1.
set
I
the
like
line.
it though. I could drink 6 of them easily,
No, that is a good metric though, because like, yeah, when you do the reviews, I think something that I like to factor in is if I was at a restaurant, am I having one of these and moving on, or am I gonna get a second? Because if you like it enough to get a second, that's complimentary.
Yeah. I'd probably start with one. I don't know if I'd get a second right away, but I do think it's good. It's definitely worth drinking a few of them for sure.
Man, well, I like it. I'd love to try it. Yeah, homebrew is something that has always piqued my interest. I don't have the space for an operation, but man, the minute I do, I will. I have books on it. I've been interested in it. Just never pulled the trigger, but I would love to brew my own beer. It's a dream.
I didn't really help them brew the last batch. I just helped them bottle what it was. So,
and a fishing buddy, you said?
Yep.
Well, I saw something. Were you in a magazine?
I was in a book.
Oh, a book. Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool. How'd that happen?
So a guy was putting together 50. The book's called 50.
Shout out, free plug.
Yeah, it's called 50 Places to Fly Fish in the Northeast by Bob
Okay.
Mallard. And he was doing something on the Yellow Breeches in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. And
Don't give away spots now.
well, it is what it is. Everybody knows about it. So we'll throw it out there. But my good buddy Joel, who I was working with at Ted's, Joel Lamarco, he had been doing a bunch of photography while we were fishing and stuff. And I guess Bob, the author, liked what he was doing and asked him to do some stuff on the breeches. And I was just the hand model. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So,
yeah, there you go.
I'm in there.
The photo is of you fishing. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm casting.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Well, you can check it out, man. If you're a fan of the show, fan of John, check him out in the.
Yep.
In the book.
This book was from 2015. I just never bought it.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
And so is it like a photography sort of thing? Is that what I might have to get it for just a coffee table book?
Yeah, I mean, he only has, I believe, the one picture in it, my buddy Joel. However, there's definitely pictures in it, and it just goes through like a list of like 50 different streams in the Northeast, and the author obviously has fished most of them, so he gives you, a little bit of insight on all of them, and he breaks it down by state, so like PA, New York, and then Vermont,
I love
and
that.
all that stuff.
I'm gonna check out this book. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
I like it. Nice. Sort of not related, but I have the Olympic thing up. Have you seen any of the Winter Olympics? Are you tuned into that?
Yeah, we watched curling last night, but
Okay.
we watched USA lose to, I believe it was Great Britain.
Ugh, the worst.
But they were undefeated. Both teams were undefeated at that point.
We beat them when it counted, though. So
yeah, I never dialed back. I never.
Well, back, I guess like Lindsey, Lindsey Vonn, right?
Yep.
Apparently, she took. I saw the video. She took a hard slam. Well, she tore her ACL like a week ago and decided to compete. Took a nasty slam. Had to get airlifted off the mountain. Oh
yeah, I did see that. I guess the ACL was torn 100%, and then she went out there with just a knee brace on, trying to do it. I know it's probably a lapse of judgment there. So
that's crazy. Yeah, but shout out Lindsey Vonn for even attempting.
That's wild. Yeah, I mean,
people are saying like, "Oh, she took a spot." Yeah, but she took a spot from someone that
Yeah, sure.
didn't have a torn ACL.
Yep.
Yeah, I wanna get into hockey. I think that's gonna be the thing I pay attention to the most here is gonna be the Olympic hockey. I like that.
I was watching the women's USA a little bit last night too. They're beating up on somebody. I forget who the country was though.
They're pretty good. They won. I think they won the Olympics last time, right? Am I making that up?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you. Well, great. So, all right, let's Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about the Eagles squad? You mentioned, I think before we recorded, like, yeah, we have Lane potentially retiring, Dickerson. I mean, dude, I mean, that would be like a medical retirement. I mean, he's got so many injuries. Dickerson's up in the air for a team that has made sort of the offensive line their bread and butter under Stoutland for the last decade. This is going to look very different. It might look a little weird.
Well, first off, if these guys are going to retire, we need to know, tomorrow.
Prontissimo, yes,
Yeah, like
yes.
I mean, if you're gonna hang it up and give it up, we need to know right away because we're obviously gonna have to draft some sort of line, probably in the first round at that point to rebuild it. And then you have the potential of maybe Mekhi Becton getting released there and coming back. Um,
Yeah, I just saw that
so
story about Becton.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna look a little different. I don't think we touched base on the pod about Mannion, or did we? Oh yeah,
yeah, I
we
think
we
we
we did
yeah
do
we
a
did that
podcast.
emergency
Yeah,
one. Yeah,
yeah.
I did
Man,
I did see AJ Brown was on. I think it was Micah Parsons' pod. Um, this is one of two things, but I guess he's super happy with the change, wants to stay in Philly. I guess so. He was super
really?
pissed
Is
off.
that
With
is
the
that
whole,
what you saw?
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what I
Okay,
read. I didn't watch the actual podcast
right,
or whatever, and I don't know that it was a podcast, and it wasn't maybe like some show he did for the Super Bowl or something.
right.
Um,
Just like hanging around radio, or what do they call
yeah,
it, Radio
and
Row?
then in the same show or podcast or whatever, he said that he was almost traded to the Eagles for Jalen Carter and some picks. I don't know if you saw that.
Wait, what do you mean? He was almost
Before he was traded to Green Bay, the Eagles almost had the deal done, but they wanted Jalen Carter because they wanted a defensive tackle. Before they got Quentin Williams Quentin Williams, I think.
oh,
But
I see.
that's why it didn't pan out. He didn't go to the Eagles because he wanted to play with Jalen Carter. That's what he's saying. I mean, who knows? The guy's all over the damn place most of the time. But
Wait, oh, Parsons. Okay.
yeah,
Sorry,
Micah Parsons. Yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah.
gotcha. I was like, Sean Mannion was. Okay, so
No,
Micah Parsons. Yeah, the Eagles were in those talks with Parsons. I think it. I think it was definitely a possibility, but oh, Carter, yeah, that would have been crazy.
yeah, I don't know.
Like, is would that have been a good move though? I mean, like Carter's,
I don't know. Carter's younger, obviously. Maybe they were trying to avoid, the big payday, even though, Parsons signed that big ass deal for Green Bay. So who knows there, but I don't know. Maybe they're trying to get off Carter from all the annex. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that's great. I mean, yeah, that's nuts. And other changes. Obviously, we talked about Christian Parker going to the Cowboys to be their defensive coordinator. That's a huge loss.
Yeah, let me
And then you
speak.
got Vic, and then you
Let me
got
speak
oh yeah,
on that.
go ahead. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the thing that pisses me off about that whole thing is that, potentially Fangio wants to, quit as well, because this entire fucking organization is in turmoil, and then, and then he decides he's coming back and cost us Christian Parker, you know what I mean? Who goes and gets a defensive coordinator deal. So it's like some of these people just need to figure out what the fuck they want to do, you know what I mean? And then go do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, here's my take on the Vic thing. Like, and this, like I said, Philly loves to immortalize people. Like Vic's untouchable, dude. You signed a contract a year ago or two. Okay, 2 years. Well, he wanted to retire after the Super Bowl, so at that point, you signed a contract. Like, did you just wake up one day and realize you're older, that you want to retire and relax? Like, why even sign these contracts then? I
Insane.
mean, at some point, like people have to have integrity. You signed up. What you get your
I
Super
know.
Bowl, then you're out. And yeah, maybe Christian Parker wouldn't have been the heir apparent to Vic, but I know
Yeah,
that
maybe not.
I know that he's well respected in around the league, and the Eagles liked him, but yeah, then we lose that. And with that, with him going to Dallas, I do think they get either and or Nakobe Dean or Reed Blankenship. I think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. Reed Blankenship's decent, but I guess it really depends with what the offensive line guys that want to retire are doing before you try to reestablish Reed. Because you can always draft a replacement that's probably better in coverage. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
Reed's a decent tackler, but he's no great player out there. He's a great leader and a good knows the scheme and stuff, but it's not like he's a world beater out there.
Yeah, I man, speaking of the safety position, I really wanted Emin Worry coming out of last
Yeah.
year's draft, and look, we haven't seen much of Maguba. Obviously, he got shut down with an injury, but there were flashes. But man, I really wanted Emin Worry, and now he's the guy's playing in a Super Bowl, and the other guy didn't finish the season, so we'll see. I don't know, maybe negative
Yeah.
Tig.
Eventually, we need a lot of stuff at this point now because you got two guys that are just deciding they want to retire out of nowhere. You got the whole Dallas Goedert deal, and all the other two tight ends were free agents. So basically, you need at least two tight ends and to sign one of these free agents that are cheap. If you don't sign Dallas, I mean, but
Right.
we're in a shit show.
Yeah, and well, yeah, you mentioned it. Speaking of tight ends, we're so Jason Michael was the tight ends coach. He's no longer there. We hired
Yep.
Ryan Mahaffey. Is that how you say it? Mahaffey.
Yeah, I think he's also the run game coordinator as well.
So yeah, he'll assume the role of run game coordinator as well as tight ends coach. So this guy is coming into a unit that is up in the air, and none of these guys might be there. Calcaterra, Goddard, who's the other cat? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's
Granson.
Yeah, Granson. Yep. So I mean, he doesn't know who he's gonna have.
Yeah, and then you got fucking Mailata who's just bawling his eyes out talking about Stoutland. You know what I mean? He may just go on to a singing career on fucking America's next top fucking singer. So
I don't want to come across as super negative, but like the Mailata stuff, like why are you crying, man? Like,
yeah,
come on, dude, get a grip here, you Austrian or whatever.
you know what? But I do want to make this point because the one thing I was reading about Stout a little bit. Now I don't know how true this is or not, and there's a couple things that I can bounce back on that. But apparently Stoutland, doesn't like a lot of pre-snap movement, which definitely hurt the Eagles last year. You know what I mean? If we're not trying to figure out what the defense is, yeah, And another thing, like, there's other ways you can kind of figure out what the defense is with the hard counts and stuff like that, but you also got to get the fucking play call in with at least 3 seconds, on the play clock. So,
right. Well, so do you think like he just didn't like the direction and he's out? Or I truly think, in my heart of hearts, I think he was offended by them taking any responsibility that he has. Because look, he's earned it. But so there's a few things about the Stalin. So okay. So the philosophies are different. Okay, so you're telling me that probably, like we mentioned, the best position coach in football cannot adjust to anything?
well, not only that, he's out there with freaking 3 bum offensive linemen.
I get that. Yeah, and I'm not blaming him for the offensive line play. I'm just saying, like, Mannion's gonna bring, a lot's been said about, well, it's gonna look McVay-ish, Shanahan-ish, and this and that, but like, I mean, he's the best offensive line coach probably the league has ever seen.
Sure.
Besides Juan Castillo. But but like he can't adjust to any of that. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see. I don't want to talk too much shit about it until I see, if it works or not, but
I've said this and I think what that move was, I think they like Mannion. They like his brain. They think he's going to be somebody someday. And I think they're getting him in the building to potentially be the head coach 2 years from now. I think so.
I mean, I guess we'll see. I kind of hate that idea, but obviously I haven't seen what he has yet. So
Yeah, but I know it's this weird thing that we're in where it's like, okay, you can hate on Sirianni, but the numbers are there in front of you, and you can't hate on that. But at the same time, like, I'm kind of over the coach that can't call
absolutely.
plays on any side of it. Like, defensively, you got to do something. You got to be able to do one of them. Because when we look back on it, sure, we went to 2 Super Bowls, we won one, but at the same time, like, the turnover of like how good could we have been if we didn't have to constantly turn over staff, constantly get a new offensive coordinator. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Get a-
Whenever the head coach is a defensive coordinator or, an offensive coordinator, you definitely don't lose 50% of your coaching staff then.
Yeah. But again, I feel though we're blessed. We are like this era, this 5 years of Eagles football, truly. As a fan, like we were blessed to have lived through it.
For sure. I mean, 2 Super Bowl wins in 8 years, 3 appearances,
For sure.
lots of playoffs. I hope it doesn't, because we're on a potential rebuild. We lose Landon Dickerson and Lane Johnson. It could look ugly.
That would be that would be ugly. But again, like if like Jurgens,
He was
I mean,
terrible.
that's a huge question mark. Yeah, he was the worst offensive lineman in all of football. I mean, I don't know if that's statistically true, but
Definitely one of the
It's what
worst
that-
centers in football, I'll tell you that. If not the
Yeah.
worst center in football.
so what do you do that? I mean, yeah, I mean this could look way different.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm worried.
Are you worried? Are you worried about the state of the Eagles?
Yeah, it just looks like it's in disarray.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be all right. I think it'll
I mean, every day you read something else that's crazy. Another person left, it's just insane.
it is. Yeah, it's been a fast and aggressively disappointing offseason so far.
Sure.
But here's the other thing, like are we going to like maybe take some swings? Like Hendrickson's a free agent. Myles Garrett's never happy. Like are we going to I don't know how much money you can put on the defense cuz we're going to have to pay.
Yeah. I also don't know, anybody after watching what's happening in this offseason that would want to come over here.
For sure. Yeah, that's valid. Yeah.
Maybe on the defensive side, because they said, what's his name? Crosby wants out. Like you said, Garrett's never happy.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I don't know.
But
It's gonna take some Howie magic if he's got it.
for
so.
sure.
But yeah, what do you got going on for the game? Any food? Any
I just
food?
we just ordered some pizza, some wings. I got a
Ooh.
little cheese steak, keeping it Philly.
Oh, you got one.
Yeah, and some fries.
I like that. I did. I have Costco wings, so I'm gonna air fry some wings.
Living the
Went out to the
Costco
old-
dream.
Yeah, I went to the old Costco. I mean, look, like Costco's good, but it also I don't need $200 worth of steak. You know what I mean? Like that's what Costco's gonna give you. Like, oh yeah, here we have a good price on steak, but you're gonna have to buy $150 worth of prime rib. It's like, I don't know.
Dude, I've been
But
getting
no, I wings, yeah.
I've been getting grass fed filet mignon at a Giant. It's $9 a pound, so it's like a full loin is like $40-$50, because they're usually like 5 pounds. Dude, it's a no brainer deal, and then I just cut it
Yeah.
up. I get tips out of it. I get 8 to 10 fillets, and then I just freeze whatever we don't, whatever we're not using. It's a no brainer.
Ooh. I like that. Yeah, that's good.
Plus
Shout out
Costco,
Giant.
yeah, they're getting the lawsuit on the roasted
Costco
chickens.
is?
Yeah, they got hammered for a lawsuit on the roasted chickens. I guess it had I don't want to say preservatives, but something else in it where they got hammered on. But you know what? It's a $5 fucking roasted chicken. What do you expect?
Yeah, rotisserie. I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
rotisserie. That's what
really.
I meant.
I don't mess with the rotisserie. The rotisserie chickens are good, but I find like after you tear off one piece or two, then I don't really know what to do with it. Make some chicken stock, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you could for sure.
Yeah, just digging my hand in that rotisserie, just the claw.
Yeah, I just clean up the white meat quick and then move on.
Yeah. Then it gets all like
Yeah.
it gets all gelatin.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I got wings. I got a Costco pizza. Throw that in. Got some chips. You're gonna be having some of that home brew for the game.
Nah, this is the only one I got. I only had one.
Nice. All right. Well,
Chris
anything
Miller
else?
Light,
Eagles real. Oh, Chris Miller Light. Yeah, I gotta maybe hit up some Miller Lights. Any Eagles related
Nope.
things you wanted
I
to?
got nothing. I did see Scott Loeffler was out, but that was obviously going to happen with the hiring of. Well, I guess they didn't hire a QB coach.
Yeah, who's the QB? So Mannion may take over, but it seems like a lot for him to QB coach and offensive.
No, I think it's going to be they were talking about a guy that used to be his old QB coach, but I did see Loeffler was out, so who knows? Somebody will be incoming here shortly.
All right. Any we should do let's do a score prediction.
Oof.
What's former
I'm going to go 21-17 Seahawks. Keep it close.
21-17. Okay. Yeah, I think the Seahawks do pull it out. I don't think I think we get a pretty decent game. Yeah, I'll go. I think Sam Darnold goes 250 plus yards, 2 touchdowns. I think Drake May throws a couple interceptions. But yeah, I'll do 20. I'll do 27. I'm gonna go 27-21 Seahawks.
All right.
And before we leave, here's a couple. Here's a couple former Eagles. If you're following along here, a couple former Eagles in the big game today. We got Josh Jobe, Seahawks cornerback.
Good for him.
Yeah, played with the Eagles. Man, I liked Jobe, but just he was like in that influx of when we had a bunch of DBs. Remember that with Ricks and
could have been scheme too. Not his style of scheme benefiting him.
True that. We got Brady Russell, Seahawks tight end. I remember Brady Russell. He's training camp 2023. Got waived. Christian Ellis, Patriots linebacker. Yep. Patrick Johnson. All right. Patriots edge rusher. All right. I like that. Mac Hollins. Everyone knows Mac Hollins.
Oh my God. He's way too much.
Did you see? I don't know if this, I can't tell what's AR or not. He was wearing, I think, it was like a jacket made entirely of like rat skins.
He tries to do too much. He's kind of annoying to me.
I was gonna send that to you guys. Hold on, let me. You got to see this while we're on mic. Hold on, let me send it to you. I saved it. Hold on. No, of course. All right, it's not letting me send it, but guys, look it up. It's Mac Hollins. Yeah, he's doing a lot. He's always barefoot. Notably, everyone will remember Milton Williams got his payday with the Patriots. So this is his
back-to-back
second, back-to-back. He's got the opportunity to go back-to-back. Good for Williams. Leslie Frazier. Oh, Seahawks assistant head coach. That's cool. Jason Peters, Seahawks mentor.
Jesus.
Oh, the mentor role. All right.
Good for him. I always like Peters.
Yeah, Peters is true. All right, a few notable names. All right, yeah, let's do it. Let's watch the game.
Yep.
Anything else?
That's it, brother.
All right. Go Birds.
Go Birds.